Hey, sup guys. Today I am 2 weeks post-op with Andrew Yelland. I had my post-op consultation today, which was pretty much how I was expecting it to go. I just went in there, he sat me on the table, had a look at my chest, he took my dressings off, prodded and poked a bit, said it was fantastic, and that was pretty much it. There's still a lot of swelling, more on the left side, which there always has been. But he said it's nothing to worry about. There's not enough there for him to sort of put a needle in and try and extract the fluid, but my body will eventually soak it back up and use it, or whatever, kind of gross. But my nipples are fine. My right nipple's healed better than my left nipple at the moment, just because he shaved the top of it off. So yeah, that's looking good. He's not worried about that at all. He said he doesn't really like doing the peri technique. Like, he doesn't mind doing it, obviously, but for him, he finds it harder as a surgeon to get tissue out and get the desired best effect for his patients. And obviously there's no photographic evidence out there of his patients who've had peri, so that was one thing that threw me off a little bit when I was considering him for my surgery, but I'm glad I went with him. Everything's turned out great so far, so I'm not really worried at the moment. He said give it another sort of 2 to 6 weeks for the swelling to sort of go down completely. Not completely, but the major swelling to subside. At least even out, so that the left is a lot smaller and looks more like the right side. And he said that's when I'd notice if there's any sort of weird bits or tissue left, or any sort of lumpy areas or anything like that. That's when to bring it up and sort of say, oh, actually this doesn't look quite right, and just make sure everything's fine. He said I can actually have a nice hot clean bath or shower tomorrow, which I'm going to do and thoroughly enjoy. I haven't washed my hair in 2 weeks, I haven't had a shower or anything. I mean, I've had baths like mid, whatever it's called, I don't know, it's late, just half full, that's the one. Just to feel a little bit more like a human being. He also gave me one of the surgical binders, because I've been wearing these blue ones, which are made of rubber on the inside, which is gross in this heat. He gave me one of these soft ones, which he told me to gradually wean myself off of. I no longer have to bind at night, and if I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I don't have to, but just gradually decrease each day the amount of time I spend in it, and just be careful not to do any sort of excessive lifting or anything heavy like that. Yeah, that's pretty much the basis of it. I asked him when I could resume swimming and stuff. Seawater in 2 weeks' time, public pools in about 4 to 6 weeks' time, as there's more chance of picking up infections in public pools apparently, so I don't want that. So here it is, my chest at 2 weeks post-op. The red pit isn't a reaction or anything, it's where I had the plasters on and he ripped them off, which hurt a lot. So that's just this adhesive sticky residue which I need to wash off, which I'll do tomorrow. I can take these off tomorrow as well, so I'll be able to see my nipples every day. But you can see there, it's still quite swollen and it's not as hard as it was. There's a lot of sort of fluid build up there. The right side's a lot better. You can see at the side there's no, like there is there, you can see a slight raised bit, that's not that side. That side's almost completely flat at the side, but it's a bit of fluid build up. He called it the hot water bottle effect. If you press one side, the other side rises, which is really kind of gross. When you're lying there and you've got an itch and you scratch it and then you feel the other side of your chest bulge out of liquid. But yeah, it's not looking bad at all for 2 weeks. At all. Just waiting for the swelling to go down. So my nipples are roughly sort of here-ish, which is still on the contour line for my pec muscles. So I'm hoping when I work out that they'll be sort of sitting just on the end of my pec muscles here, which some cis guys have anyway. If you look, they have their nipples quite low down. The distance you measure is between the collarbone and the nipple, and he said that on average guys are usually between 13 and 17 centimetres, and mine fall at about 18. So I reckon with swelling going down and working out, I could push that just to 17, 17.5, which isn't a major difference. Like, people aren't going to be like, oh, your nipples, they don't look right. Obviously right now it looks like they're miles down my chest, but time is a great healer, as they say, and it will be for me. So I'm not disheartened, I'm not disappointed. He said it's one of the best results he's seen so far. He's seen some pretty dodgy results, and that's why he doesn't really like the technique. But then he said that it varies between each person, their healing time and the size they were before they went in, so I consider myself very lucky, and I'm glad that he went ahead with it, and that he's such a great surgeon, and I really do recommend him. I really do. I also gave my permission for him to put my photos on his site for the Perry technique, so you could see a before and after on his site. Yeah. So I'm very tired now. I've been up all day and it's been my longest day so far post-op. I've been doing things. Not as tired as I thought I'd be, but still pretty tired, so yeah. I'm going to head to bed, and you can rewatch this if you really, really want to. But yeah, 2 weeks post-op. Yeah.